I love you, man. I love you.
I also love you.
I love you.
I also.
I'll wait for him.
Today, Squad gets a new faction, the Canadian Armed Forces. This was originally a modification, but Off-World Industries has picked up the mod and integrated into their base game as an official DLC, free of charge. And for some of you wondering why is it a DLC, the reason behind it is, it allows the modification team to update and actively develop the rest of the faction without slowing down Squad development, and vice versa. Now to get into what this Canadian Armed Forces DLC brings. Starting off, the DLC added 3 new vehicles, the Leopard tank, a light utility vehicle for transportation, and the LAV-6. To get the vehicle started, we'll be looking at the Leopard tank. The Leopard is the first tank in the game that has animations to manually zero the main tank gun and coaxial MG, as you can see on the left side. All other relevant information for the Leopard will be displayed in the top left of the screen. Next up is the LAV-6, a multi-role vehicle that can fill both the APC and IFV role if needed. Again, all relevant information will be posted in the top left corner. The last addition to the vehicles is a light utility vehicle, which is quite quick, has room for 6 people, the driver plus 5 passengers. There's 2 new map additions. This one is called Nanisivik. My understanding, it is based off a real world location and is quite barren. Outside of the main points of interest, there is very little infantry cover. One thing I would like to point out is, within townships, there's quite a few props being used, which make the place seem like it's lived in, with garbage, vehicles, etc. Due to this map being barren, and having quite a lot of hills around the points of interest, this map's going to have quite a lot of vehicle dominance and infantry are going to have a hard time. The second map added is called Manic 5, and it has a rather cool point of interest. Quite a large dam that flows off into a river. This map has a few point of interest, which scale from small to medium sized. The map is quite mountainous and has a lot of natural cover, which can create a lot of interesting infantry engagements. The downside to this is, due to the steep slopes and windy roads, vehicles are going to find it difficult to traverse and rollouts can be quite time consuming. In saying this though, out of the 2 maps, this is my most favourite due to the infantry engagements. A variety of weapons have been added. First we're going to look at the C8A3 with the C7 optic. The weapon is quite stable and has low recoil in both semi-automatic and fully automatic. There's also a C8 with an ET552 holographic sight. The C7A2 has been added and is coupled with the C7 optic. It has low recoil with single fire. Fully automatic recoil though, compared to the C8, is a bit stronger on the C7. The C9 light machine gun has been added and is coupled with the C7 optic. Surprisingly, its recoil is very controllable under fully automatic. To fill the GPMG role, we have the C6A2. Also surprisingly, its recoil is pretty controllable as well. The very first bolt-action sniper rifle in Squad, the C14 Timberwolf. It's chambered in the 338 Leopard and has a 5-round box magazine. Bolt automatically cycles so you don't have to manually do it. The Timberwolf has bipod functionality, but the downside to this is, it's quite slow to deploy. It's quite interesting to see a bolt-action sniper in Squad, as it was said years ago by the development team that they would never add bolt-action sniper into Squad. But since this is made by a mod team, and is pretty high quality, I understand why they allow it. The sidearm for the Canadian Armed Forces is the high power pistol. The Canadian hat kit has the Gustav M2, an earlier variant compared to the US faction. For its optic, it has a 7.8 MK1. It's not the greatest looking optic, but it does the job. Overall, this mod turned official DLC is looking good, but there's still some things needing to be ironed out, like map balance. There's some inconsistency with roles with the Canadian faction, such as 1 lat per squad and things like that. There also needs to be a bit more variety in role selection. There's certain things missing, like the marksman kit. Instead we get 1 sniper per team. You don't get multiple choices per role of what weapon you want to use. but I'm sure things will improve and things will be balanced and ironed out a bit more, as this is still in development and it's not complete yet. One thing to prepare yourself for is, the Canadian and Russian camo is very similar at a distance, so expect to be team killed, and vice versa. Anyway, that's it for this video guys, hope you guys enjoyed and I'll catch you guys in the next one.